Hello, welcome back. Another vlog. I've not got a lot to tell you this week, but I just want to keep these consistent for myself and for anyone interested. Just out walking Wilbur, just on a little local track near where we live. Usually I let him run off his lead around here, but he's had a big weekend playing and his arthritis is a bit bad, so we just need to keep him on his lead and manage his pace a little bit. He's okay. He wants to play in the river, but the river's quite high as well because it's been raining a lot. Anyway, you're not here for that. Yeah, so this week I submitted so I've got to keep an eye on where I'm going. I submitted the painting took it back to the arts centre, framed. I'll show you that. I think it looked really good framed. I was quite happy with how it came out. One of my old GCSE art teacher said it looked like it resembled David Hockney's digital work, which I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously not comparing myself to David Hockney at all, but I'll take it. So that'll be up in the Garstang Art Centre until I think the 17th of October. I got to see a couple of the ones that had been submitted just before me. I nipped in really early in the morning, so only a few people had been in before me to submit theirs. And some of them looked like the one that came in second on the day was finished, and that looked amazing. That looked really good. Hopefully this week I'll be able to nip over there and have a look at them all fully hung up and exhibited, and that'd be great. If you're in the area, pop by. You can vote for your favourite. Your favourite doesn't have to be me. Mine's not my favourite there, so that's fine. What else? When I get back home, I'll show you the drawing that I started last week. Well, I started it, what day is today? Monday, so yeah, I did start it last week. I'll show you when I get home. I did have a little bit of not creative block with it so much, but I really hesitated starting it, and I think it was because the paper is quite big and the subject is so small by doing it big. So I stretched out the paper, and then I spent a lot of time just sort of staring at it before I got started. But anyway, when we get home I'll show you that, but for now we're going to keep on with our little walk. I'm not staying out too long. Wilbur's already quite tired, what with him being an old man. Don't worry, he does have hydrotherapy and vet treatments and whatnot to keep him going, and he's happy. But anyway, what lovely weather. Anyway, right, see you when we're back home. Okay, so I'm back home. It's a bit dark in this room, not as bright as outside anyway, but I just thought I'd show you where we're up to with the drawing. And also, if you missed it, I did a how-to this week on tape prints, so sellotape prints. So creating prints and transfers using sellotape. You can see there. So if you haven't seen that video yet, that's in the how-to playlist on tape prints. That's gone down really well. People seem to really like that. I'm getting a lot of questions from people saying, well, what do you do with them now? And like, I don't know, whatever you want. I've used them for all sorts of things. I've used them in final pieces. I've used them in sketchbooks. I've stuck them in empty frames. I've hung them from the ceiling we're using clips. So whatever you want. But someone on TikTok said that their dad used to do a very similar thing but with varnish. I think they're saying their dad would put layers of varnish over the print, let the varnish dry, and then peel the paper off, peel the print off to leave the ink transfer behind. So I'm going to give that a go. I just need to get some varnish. So I don't know if that'll be next week or this week. It depends when I can get hold of some varnish. I do have some painting varnish, but I think it's synthetic, and also it's quite expensive, so I don't really want to use it on that. I'd rather just get some wood varnish. So anyway, that's what I'll do. I'm also going to show you emulsion prints, which I really like. I like emulsion prints. I've used them a lot. But this week, and my main job is to get this felt drawing done. So, like I said, it was a bit daunting, I didn't really know where to start, but I've started it and I'm quite happy with how it's going. So this is where we're at. I've got these all flat for now for this. It might end up being flat for a lot of it. And so I've started, it never looks as good on the camera, I don't think. Anyway, I've made a start on it. So that is this bit here. So the paper, the pulped paper stuck in the felt. So that's this bit. So that gives you hopefully an idea of the scale that we're working towards for this. I'm using H pencils at the moment. I've got 1B out for the darker areas. H pencils are getting all that done. So I'm going to get that done. Then this bit here, and then that will serve as my reference for where the fibres are going to go. So I haven't filmed any of me drawing this week because well, mostly because I needed to get it done, and also because it's once I get doing it, I sort of forget. I'll try and film a bit more of me drawing it this week, but like I said last week, I do need to crack on with it, so I'm not going to film tons of me drawing this. It'll just be sort of sections and things like that, but I will try and film a bit more of me drawing it. Yeah. So like I said, for this week, I am going to keep it really short and sweet. And like I say, these vlogs are more for me than anything, to sort of get better at talking about my art and myself. And then the how-tos, hopefully you guys like them. Hopefully you guys will benefit from them. So if there's any how-tos you want to see, then let me know. Even if it's like, even if you see me doing something in the work I'm doing in these vlogs and you want to know how to do it, then give us a shout and I can do a how-to video on that. Keep an eye on my Instagram and my TikTok as well. I try and post little things about what I'm doing in the week in there as well. So like I say, that's it for now. I'll be back maybe with more, hopefully with more next week, and hopefully we can have a look around the gallery and everyone else's finished pieces next week too. Okay, so thank you, and subscribe if you haven't already, or give us a like, and I'll see you soon. Bye.